guys doing all right? Tell me, have y'all joined us here before?
Yes.
Sound familiar? I've been your waitress before. No, seriously, I have. No, I have. If you've eaten anywhere delicious or ridiculous in America in the last decade, it was me who took your order. And it was me who poured your water. And it was me, if I could, who poured my soul out into a small dish like a garnish and put it on the side of your table. I was the one who brought you your salt. I'm the one who brought you your lemon. I brought you the extra Parmesan, and I brought you a lot of attention. I'm the one who laughed when your husband grazed my ass as he reached for his glass. I'm the one who didn't flinch when you spit on me as you were trying to make a point to your guest. I'm the one who watched it all. I'm the one who saw you check your cell under the table and then send the text. I'm the one who knew it was your birthday and then brought you dessert anyway because your friends didn't want to spend. And I'm the one who gets entirely too invested in these experiences and like way too attached to my role in them. But like, what can I do? I get to do what I love. And that is where my sense of identity comes from. You know, it is a cliche, but fuck, if you find something that you love to do, you do not have to work for a single day. And it's also my job. And being a waitress is a lot. I have to like be on and make sure to turn my life off while I'm doing it, but also like honor it because waiting tables is still a part of my life, so I have to be present so that I don't waste it. So I get very invested in moments. But the compartmentalization of it, that is a very particular skill set, and I don't think that that can be taught. I have to command a lot of knowledge with hundreds of people I have never met. Hundreds of people who have no idea what agnolotti is. Hundreds of people who have, listen, no hard feelings. If you want a glass of Chianti, I'm not judging. Like, I'll bring it right over with excitement. But just know my job is basically personality management. And I have to get to a place where I can stand with a lot of confidence and say, I think it's going to be about a 2-hour wait. Are you going to be okay with that? What I want to say is, hey, take a minute, look inside yourself. Do you have that kind of patience? Because that is like a realistic estimate. I can't have you like having a few drinks and then in 45 minutes yelling at me in front of everybody and treating me like shit, okay? Listen, I know I'm the help. I know it. But I'm also your waitress. So I've been put in charge of curating this experience, and my boss has put me in a position to do that successfully, but only if you let me. Everything is only if you let me. Welcome. Do y'all care for flat or sparkling? And I know like in this moment if it's working. Let's be real, if I'm working with this table. And do I get a laugh? Oh, just tap. Tell us, what should we get? I don't know, we've only just met. Or do they get pissed? Listen, in order to tell you what you should order, I have to get to know you a little bit. Are you having wine or a cocktail? Are you an adventurous eater and like your meat rare, or should I steer you towards the pasta that's most popular? Or are you just here to impress her and order the most expensive thing? Listen, no matter, I don't really care. I just need a minute to see it. And if I do a good job, you remember me. And if I do a good job, you don't remember me. It's the table specifically that I read. What is it that you have come for? What is it that you need? And that's the beauty. Like, I dig that because I can make myself available for an hour and a half. But that's my max. I never let my tables sit. I'm like an apartment, the Manhattan kind. I come with amenities that are super weird but necessary. My table time is really expensive, but worth it. And you guys, my entire life has been saved by the tip. And I'm never, literally, I am never not grateful for it. Fucking last night I was like, I cannot believe this. Fact. So much of life is about in what section you get sat. I grew up always wanting a seat at the table. I grew up feeling a lot of like not being able to. I grew up around a lot of richer, smarter, prettier people than me, and I didn't get it. I thought it was just circumstance. Like that could have been also we. I had a lot of that, and as a result, I was like a huge bitch to work with. But somehow I chipped away the chip on my shoulder. I grew up a little bit, and I let it go because I am at every table now. I run the show. And some of the strength of me is that I'm sort of okay with most of what I get. It doesn't mean I don't always want more, because I do, but it does mean I have like a nice way about me of sort of being okay with shit. And that can lead to a lot of evolution, I think, if you let it. I don't actually need to be at every table now. I'd rather stand there, give what I can to it, and let the rest of me that doesn't work be ignored. Like, that's the gift. The gift is that I'm actually powerless as a waitress. Dude, I don't make the food. I don't make the money. I don't own this place. This isn't mine. You don't even know my name. But to me, that is the best place to start. That is what I'm looking for. Situations where I can present myself and then wait for those who decide that they want more. And I won't hold it against you if you don't want me. Listen, I get it. I'm not always in the mood for me either. Like, I'm the queen of wanting to be left alone. But if you're a customer and you have someone serving you that understands that and who can grant it, then it sort of allows you to let it go and like potentially move beyond it. And so then after a while, you're a solo diner at the bar, and then you'll ask me to hear what the specials are. They've piqued your interest, and so I'll tell them about it, and they'll say, so, what do you think? You want to try that special anchovy dish? Yes, good, it's going to be delicious. And it is. And you will let it make your day. And then you will find yourself in such a different place than you were when you first walked in. And that is what we've shared. That is how we become interdependent. And after, you might want to catch me before you leave and like mention it, but I'm no good at receiving that, so I sort of like twirl around the restaurant and you just wind up leaving it in your tip. And you'll think I'm gone, and then the doubt will come in that you're just like a regular customer and this experience maybe wasn't as special as you thought it was. But then I'll appear at the door, just as you're walking out. And I'll smile and say, thank you so much for coming in. And you'll feel like it was real again. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. I will. What's your name? And that's the moment of change. What's your name? What is it you are called when you are called upon? What nomenclature makes your nature unique? Oh, me? I'm D. I'm moving beyond so much of what I was, because being in service has never been so easy. And I tell you what, it is serving me, because I have never experienced so much gratuity. And I guess the only advice that I really have to give is, well, the thing that you have to remember is that the shift will end. The night will be over. Dessert will be ordered, espresso will be drunk, checks will be dropped, and the lights will come up. The front door will lock, you will start to count your money, and there will be napkins to fold. There will always be napkins to fold. Tips to be distributed. Glasses still to be polished, and then somewhere in this side work, you will acknowledge your own work. And I can only say this because this is my life's work. And listen, I'm a really fucking sensitive waitress. Like, it's borderline ridiculous. Sometimes it's really inappropriate, like how serious I take some of this shit. But, for example, if I taste you on a few wines, and you don't like any of them, a small, like, fiery rage grows inside me that is, like, visible. My face will, like, fucking contort. And, like, I look like I can't figure the world out. And I put my whole life into these very small, very meaningless moments that don't make any sense. And I feel things really fully. But listen, you guys, at my table, it's going to be all good. You just have to trust me. If you like something light and dry, order this. The problem is, nobody really knows what they want. And when my customers disappoint me, I do whatever crazy thing it is that they asked of me, because at the end of the day, that's my job. But I make it clear as I'm walking around the restaurant that I'm gutted and I have lost all faith in humanity simply because the guy at table 4 has no idea what full-bodied means. Like, it's crazy. And the funniest thing about life is, like, we don't let the right ones in, right? Like, the best moments of my life or of my shift at night are rarely the ones I remember. It's always the fucking horrors. And I'm trying to get better at that. But I do think that there is this thing in life where people don't really want to hear about the good. They don't really welcome it the way they welcome the bad. So it's hard for my filter as a server because my time on the floor is mostly joyous. And I don't really get to share it. Because it's annoying to my coworkers who are weeded and struggling, and like it sounds arrogant, but you guys, my customers, are the best part of my life. I get to talk to people I could have gone my whole life without ever meeting. I get to see their faces when they're hungry. I get to see their faces when they're waiting. That is some intimate shit. And I get to stare if I want. I get to look directly at someone I almost never met. And I always end up asking if they care for something to drink. But for a split second, I know that I can ask them anything. Did you guys enjoy it?